What's going on, guys? I got a treat for you guys today. So I don't usually show this on social media. I usually do things like this for my courses, for my actual training courses that I do. What I want to do, since I had so many questions about fireman's carries and how to pick up bodies, especially limp bodies or bodies that are either injured, hurt off the ground, I want to give you guys two variations of how to do that, okay? If you've ever tried to pick up a limp body or a body that is completely unconscious off the ground, it's very, very difficult. I want to give you guys a couple of how-tos on how I do it, how it can be done, all right? And hope you guys enjoy it and it shows you something new that you haven't learned before. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my good friend here. He's gonna be my my dead body for the day, or my unconscious body. As you see, the human body is top heavy, so all the weight is up here, okay? And then there's not a lot of weight down here, so that's what makes it so hard. And also the fact that you're picking up limbs. You have 4 different limbs that are gonna be hanging out. So if you try to pick them up just normally to try to put them on your back or whatever, it's gonna be very, very difficult. So how do we get rid of that? How do we pick this body up off the ground efficiently without getting hurt? Now, when I say efficiently without getting hurt, meaning if you're a weak person or somebody that isn't very strong, okay, in hindsight, it's gonna be hard for you to pick someone who is a lot heavier than you up, regardless of how you look at it. So even this technique may or may not work for you, but it's a technique that is going to help you somewhere, somehow. So even if you have someone else with you, they can help you, okay? One of the first things you have to do is you gotta have to cut the body, try to make all of this heavy part, okay, the part that you're mainly picking up. So what do? We bring up one leg, relax. I want you to be completely limp. Bring one leg up here, hold it, bring the other leg up here. So now, someone that is very limp, meaning like their you know, their legs are, how can I say, they're very flexible and their legs are very limpy, okay? If you let it go, this will naturally fall back, okay? And fall this way. Now, a guy like him, even if he's completely unconscious, you can pretty much hold his legs here, okay? And you won't have an issue with keeping his legs in place. What you wanna do is you're gonna wanna pick up the body and put all his weight on his actual bones, all right? Because his bones are what are holding him, okay, you get me? So we start like this. This is the first part. This is part 1. Number 2, okay? There's a couple different ways to do this, and I'm gonna show you a couple different variations, right? But key point here is you have to hold his feet in place. So his feet right here cannot move. If his feet move here, then it's gonna be almost impossible for you to pick him up, right? Now, how do you put your feet here? You can put your right foot over both of his feet this way, okay? Or you can put your left foot like this, right? But the bottom line is, so 1 or 2, right? Bottom line is you have to make sure that these feet do not move, okay? That's the key right there, all right? So from there, we're going to lean forward. I'm gonna do both of them, so you see both variations. The first one here is the right foot over. I'm gonna grab one arm, just like this. It's really, really sweaty, so it's gonna be a little bit tougher for me to do it anyways, okay? Then I'm gonna grab the other arm, just like that, okay? Then I'm going to pull him back this way. All right, so what I did was took a really quick break, give him a chance to wipe down a little bit, and also to put my shoes on. I'm on the mats. I don't usually like to have shoes on the mats, but for this particular thing, I'd rather have shoes on his feet and my feet so I don't put any pressure on his toes and stuff, right? We start again, okay? We're gonna use the legs, bring his legs up, like so, okay? Right foot on his feet, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna use all your power and everything you have to lift his body up and make sure you're putting all your weight on his feet, okay? So you're gonna pull like this. You see how his body naturally stands up, just like that, all right? Pull down again. All right, so we just saw one way of doing it, okay? So we got both of his arms, we pulled them with everything we had, all right? If this is an issue, okay? You may have to hold this together, okay? If he has very limp, so you're gonna kind of like hold it together, grab his two here, holding this together. You're not gonna have both hands. You might only have one hand. So from here, you're gonna go here, and this is gonna be a lot tougher because you really gotta pull. So when you're pulling up here, don't help me at all. When you're pulling up here, you're going to pull as hard as you can, okay? You see how hard that is? So that's where this type of stuff comes into play. Now, if this continues to fall, you're gonna have to grab a belt, grab something to tie the legs together so that you can use both hands. Now, I can grab this guy, I can pull him one-handed. A lot of people will not be able to pull him one-handed all the way up, all right? So we're gonna go back to the other one. Just wanted to show you another variation of it, all right? Both hands, grab, pull. You put your body just like this, come all the way around, come all the way around. I want you to see where I'm at, okay? Now notice that I'm in a squatting position, okay? What I'm gonna do at this point, once I put his body on my back, is I'm gonna get under him, get into that squatting position, wrap him around like so, and lift straight up, like so, okay? That's one way of doing it. Go back down. Another way, okay? Now when you bring his legs back up, go ahead, bring your legs back up, boom. Now we're gonna go here, thing. We put this here, two hands, pull open, up, hand through here, down to a knee, okay? Now you're gonna have his body across your back. So it'll be here. Now, this right here, you have to understand that you have to know that you can get his body up from this position here. All right, so it's from here, it would be from this all the way up, like so. Okay, see that? Go back down. Guys, I want you to understand, I picked him mainly because of his weight. He weighs 240 pounds. I weigh about 245, 250, so we're almost the same weight. I didn't want to get a guy that was 150 pounds. So you see me struggle just a bit as I'm getting him on my back and up, because a guy who's 160, 170 pounds will be really easy. Go down. If you go down to a knee, you have to know that you're strong enough to come off a lunge with the body, okay? If not, I recommend you to do the other side, where you put the body right in front of you, use your hips, push forward, and come back up, okay? People always ask me, why is it so important to do squats? That's why. You have to be able to stabilize a certain amount of weight on your lower back and be able to pull it up to a standing position, okay? Getting the body from the ground, that's one portion. Then getting the body on your back is another portion. And then being able to walk, okay, with the body is another portion, okay? 3 different elements. So, we have, come up here, boom, 1. His legs fall down, wrap his legs. If they don't, you're good. Hand, hand, and hand, up, push, grab, and here. Now, here, if you're like this, you can also change it. Hands on the outside of the legs, put them in here, fix them. Now we're good to go. All right, grab right here. Okay, now, if you need, where it's gun side, strong dominant hand for your gun, then you're gonna have to put his legs on the left side of your body. So if you pick up, go down, pick them back up. Okay, now I would have to change, okay, and then have him go on a certain part of my body, meaning now his legs are gonna be where my gun is at, so that when I lock him in, you get me? I'm sorry, it'll be opposite, where his legs are gonna be on my left side, right? So when I pull him up, I come in and I get him on my other side. Same thing here on my other side, right? Whatever side you decide, it's up to you, however you wanna do it, okay? So your hand's free and you can use one hand with a firearm, whatever you may be, whatever, it doesn't really matter. The bottom line is, this is what you wanna do to get them from the ground up. So number 1, legs put in. Number 2, pressing down on the legs. 3, hold legs in place. Feet in place, hand, pull up, and you're good to go, all right? Done in full motion where it's fast, quick, easy. Ready, relax. All right? Same thing. Relax, relax. Okay, so here you go. 240 pounds. All right? That's variation 1. All right, guys, so variation number 2 is called, what has been called the Ranger roll, okay? Which is, I think, harder. I think it's harder. You need a little bit more momentum, okay? And then there is no other option but coming off your knees or a kneeling position. If you have kit, any kind of tactical gear on you, it's gonna be a lot harder because there's a separation between you and your body and the other person's body. So I'm gonna break it down real quick, okay? So range roll is, you come in, you're going to create enough momentum to be able to roll the guy into a better position, okay? A position where it's on your back. So you're gonna come in, you're gonna grab this arm, you're gonna come under his leg, gonna roll him this way, and then the momentum that you're creating, okay, as you're here, will roll him that way onto your back. You get me? Now, when you do this, you roll. As you can see, his body is rolling with me. You see that? All right? So now, when you grab the body and you're going in that motion, okay, you have to have some kind of motion. You can't do it just standing still, so you kind of have to go into it quickly, okay? So as I come in here, I move, come in, turn his whole entire body all the way through, okay? Just like that. All right, now notice his body's on my back. Now, once he's there, I literally have to be strong enough to get him from here, up here, to a double kneeling, hold him in place, single kneeling, and then all the way up, all right? Now, so as you can see, when I roll him, okay, a couple key factors here. When you get into this position that you're rolling him, all right, when you're here and you're rolling him towards you, or whatever it may be, up here, have enough strength, you're gonna have to use your hand kind of to get him, roll him completely over your body. See that, all right? As we run it completely through, try to get that momentum going and try to get him in, boom, boom, come up quick, okay? I wanna show you it's not easy, all right? Don't put your hands completely on me. Okay, we're up. So up here, and then see, this right here, this one's on a 240-pound guy, it's hard. I can do it, but I'm gonna struggle, okay? So I go. See how big he is? He's a big dude, so it's hard. Now, a guy who's 170, 180 pounds wouldn't be that, it's not so hard to do it, okay? Now, if I have kit that puts me 250, 260, 270, it would put him, you'd have to take his kit off. And then it's gonna be really hard because what happens is, as soon as I grab him and I roll him towards me, now I have a distance between my body and his, which is gonna make it that much harder, okay? Okay, so back to the range roll and how effective it can be or cannot be, depending on how heavy the guy is, depending how much mobility he has, how much mobility you have, all right? So like I said before, it's a little bit harder, takes a lot longer to learn, and to be more effective. I can get it done. A lot of guys that cannot get that momentum growing across their body, it's going to be a lot harder. So try it one more time. So before I was showing you which way, going straight over the back. Now I'm going to show you a variation of where you're going at a 45-degree angle. Now here, and you're pulling, you come in, take, you're going to come straight. So notice that when I come here, how his body moves, right? It's coming this way, right? So before, you come up, right? Up this way, across 45. It's another variation of it, where I'll be here, and then I come in, and then I force him literally to go over my body that way. Now look how hard it is for me when I struggle, when I go boom, and I go this way with him. See that? Now, can I still get him over? Yeah, I still can get him over, but it's still hard. That's the whole point of this, right? Let it go, good. Good. So I end up here, and when you build a lot of momentum, and I'm not doing it from like a standstill position, it becomes a little bit easier, okay? Come back over. Now guys, remember, picking up a 240-pound guy, it's gonna be a lot different than if I did it with someone who's 180 pounds or 175 pounds. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to fucking real quick. But you get a big dude, it's gonna be a lot tougher. So let's see how much momentum I can get to get real quick back up on my knees and then go all the way up through with it. There you go. It was a fucking bitch. So that's the problem. If I were to get another guy, maybe a little bit lighter, I'll show you that it's a little bit easier to get it, you know. I felt it in my hamstring, felt it in my knee if I was on concrete, putting all that weight on my body, you know, so, but it's better than never doing it at all. And if you have somebody there with you, they're gonna be able to help you get that body on your back. You know what I mean? So it ain't that easy to do, because like people say it is. When you got a 240-pound guy like him, do it. All right, guys, so I have Sergeant First Class Stephen Hodgson. He's gonna be my dummy for the day. We're gonna be doing a range roll on him, where he's weighing about 170, you said? Yeah, 175. 175, okay. Compared to doing it with a 240-pound guy. And you can see the difference on how the weight affects doing the actual range roll. So here we go, we're gonna try it. 175. I'm not gonna use any momentum, I'm not gonna use anything. I'm just gonna go ahead, grab him from like a dead stop motion. All right, do you see the difference? Let's go back. Don't use your hands, relax, limp. One more time, up, all right. 45-degree angle that way, and push. And you see how I slipped already? Because I don't have any of that momentum, right? So you have to kind of get in the body, and then everything pushes at the same time. Oh, sorry, right there, boom. And up, up. See that? Okay, so it was a lot easier with him, all right? What I want to kind of like put in your heads is that the range roll has been something that's been used many, many years. But if you really take it into a court, it's not as easy as everybody says it is. And he can tell you, he's in the Army. So when you put kit, you put all kinds of stuff on your body, and you try to do it without any momentum, it's a lot harder. So what does that tell you? Work your glutes, work your hammies, work your quads. You have to be strong, have a strong core to be able to do these movements. You just can't expect to not do anything physical fitness-wise and then go ahead and roll some guy off the ground, especially if he's completely unconscious, limp, or injured. So want to give a big thanks to, say your IG, name, all that stuff.
My name is Walter, last name is Camacho. My IG name is @walt.cam. I just recently changed it. Tony, I appreciate you letting me be part of this.
Beating him up a little bit, guys. So there you go, you got two variations. You got the range roll and the other variation that I taught you guys. Just I just pretty much call it the bone pickup, okay? So it's just picking up with the bone structure. And subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. See you on the next one.